Good morning, everybody. Here we are today live with Crystal Clear, and today's forecast is the Arcana. Yay! So we're now on the second chapter of the story, and it's the Empress. If you guys remember, flashback. So our master Ezra. Why did you want to say Ezra? Well, Ezra, who is handsome. So it turns out that he left on a journey. But when he left, we actually ended up meeting a guy named Julian, who is handsome too with a patch. And it looks like he is running from something or hiding from something. But he pretty much has sent us. He pretty much told us that, like, hey, watch out for your master. But it wasn't just Julian that told us, hey, watch out for our master. It was also Muriel who warned us about him, and he's a guy with chains and with a hairy chest. And that's my type of guy, but okay. Well, they too warned us about our master, Ezra, and then Queen Nadia showed up asking us to do a reading for her, because it turns out that her husband was killed, and she's trying to find out who the murderer is. So let's continue with the story and find out what happened. So right now we're actually gonna head over to the palace. The Empress, the third. Oh wait, am I in the third chapter? Oh my god, where have I been these days? Not paying attention, that's what. Okay, anyway. Inside the palace floor, walls and steep ceilings are all clean but polished stone. A servant with a blue feather cap comes sweeping up to us. With a deep bow, they pass me and dash to Portia's side. Chamberlain, how are you doing? Oh, how are we doing on time? Impeccable timing. I wanted to say inconceivable. I love that word, but it's impeccable timing. The first course will be served shortly. Her ladyship has yet to descend. Portia heaves and sighs of relief and hands her fruit basket off to the bright-eyed servant. Perfect. Tell the kitchen that our guest has arrived. With a curtsy, the servant slips away, disappearing behind a panel on the wall, which slides seamlessly shut. I'll show you to the dining room. Her ladyship will be there soon. Dining? With the countess? What? Don't tell me you thought we don't, I'm tongue twisting myself. What? Don't tell me you thought we wouldn't feed you. She leads into a fine mahogany door at the end of the cavernous hall, and she opens the door, leading me inside. I step into the dining room. Rich scents fill my lungs, unfamiliar and tantalizing. Before me is a long table laid heavy with plates of the most careful delicacy. Oh my god! Sorry guys, I got distracted. That sounds like Carmen. I don't know if you guys know about that musical, but it is a musical that you guys just have to watch. Oh my god, it's so intense. I got to watch it in high school, and because I was actually in marching band and band, I actually got to play it. Not on a concert, but I got to play it in class. But anyway, going off track. I think I went ahead. Oh well. Portia pulls out a chair for me, and I sink into the plush seat. Now that the food is right in front of me, my hunger returns tenfold. But the countess has yet to arrive. I look around the room and notice the strange painting on the wall across from me. I noticed that picture too. The scene is that of a meal shared among a host of figures with the heads of beasts. The table is laden with a small animal provided by a central character with the head of a gull. Rays of gold glitter around his head, and his red eyes are shriekingly lifelike. Dun-dun. Welcome, Crystal. I see you're admiring the painting. My head sweeps towards the head of the table. Countess Nadia is taking her seat. Her lips curve into a pleasant smile when our eyes meet mine. Do you like it, Crystal? The painting. I like your outfit. Yes, I do. It's unique. Yes. She drums her elegant fingers along her cheekbones, watching me with Hindle interest. Oh, You have a particular taste. I cannot say I care much for it. Oh, so why does it remain on the wall, you may ask? A servant appears on my side to place a bowl of yogurt and cucumber soup before me. I carefully bring it to my mouth and drink. Sentimental values, I suppose. It was one of my husband's favorites. The Countess' husband, Count Lucio. As his name takes form in my mind, the ghost figure before me becomes somehow familiar. Suddenly, her red eyes are so vivid that I almost feel them returning my gaze. Beautiful red. Oh yes, it's beautiful red. And then I realize that I have said the words out loud. Amusement shimmers in the Countess' brilliant eyes. The gold-headed one in the middle is Count Lucio, or so it's supposed to be. Providing for the people, as he saw himself, he certainly knew how to entertain. My empty bowl is whisked away. In its place is a dish of flaked golden Savories. Oh, Nadia. It's like smack about her husband, I think. It sounds like it because she's like, he knew how to amuse the people. Like, he thought it was so great. That's what it looks like to me, but I could be wrong. I know how fondly the people of the city remember the Count Masquerade. Did you ever attend a masquerade, Crystal? Our annual rivalry is reverie in honor of my husband's birthday and the light to all Venezuela. It is a merry night tinged with bitterness. After Count Lucio was murdered at the last masquerade. I nearly choked. Mercifully, I catch myself, my pulse quickness nonetheless. Such a terrible shock to the guests, such a vicious injustice upon this house. To slaughter the host while he celebrated, sharing his joy and prosperity with open doors. Oh, shit. She's pissed. I tried to focus on my food, but my eyes keep drifting back to the painting. Count Lucio's murder. The story is full of holes, mutated by wild rumors and unanswered questions. But the end is always the same. The Count is retired to his chambers, and by midnight, he and his chambers were engulfed in flames. The culprit was captured on the spot, but before he could be brought to justice, he escaped. Ever since that day, guests of the palace have been few indeed. I took away from the portrait just in time to meet the Countess' keen gaze. But now that you are here, now that I'm here, she says with gravity such confidence. Countess, what does any of this have to do with me? Crystal, the masquerade is precisely why I called you here. This year, I intend to hold the masquerade once more. Oh, I stare at her. So, does every servant in the room? How? Why? The festivity in Lucio's honor will be more fantastic than ever. There is but one loose end in need of tying. Oh, okay. She has a master plan. Count Lucio's murder still roams me to this day. Dr. Julian Limvrog, my husband's former physician, stood very still, suddenly cold or over. Dr. Julian de Vrock, now I remember the name, on the wanted posters. Now I know exactly who broke into my shop. Oh my god, that was Julian! Dr. de Vrock confessed to the crime when we caught him. All that is left is his sentence. Execution by hanging. There's a terrible crash. Patricia's face is stricken with horror. At her feet, the broken remnants of our dessert are seeping into the floor. Patria, forgive me, lady. Slippery hands. You are forgiven. Two servants rush to her aid, sweeping away the shattered mask with a wind sprint speed. Oh, this is where you come in, Crystal. Dr. de Vrock has been very elusive. But you have quite the reputation. Rumor has it that you have surpassed even your master, Azrael. I myself see the virtue in dreams, whether I like it or not. And this is how I know that you are the one who will find Dr. de Vrock. He found me, Nadia. Should I tell her that? And if we find him? The Countess steeped down her glass. We'll find him, we'll bring him before the people so that all may see his long-awaited punishment. And so to commence the festivities, the doctor will die on the gallows for his terrible crimes. The Countess rises on instinct. I rise as well. Patria? Yes, milady? Show Crystal to the guest quarters. I imagine there is Must you pound it before the night is out? Right away, me lady. Oh, Portia looks sad. She must really know, Julian. Portia pulls me to my feet and with a humble bow whisks me to the doorway. Portia is quiet as she ushers me down the hall towards my room. After a few turns, we find a wide staircase velvet in shadow. A draught rushes down from the floor above, prickling my skin. It's cold and it smells of ash. Curled up on the bottom steps are two large, lanky dogs. Phantomless eyes fix upon me and they rise slowly without a sound. Though they look as though they could strike at any moment, I sense no ill intent. I hold out my hand and they approach to sniff it. Their huffing breaths tickles my skin and their tails start slowly wagging. Well, this is bizarre. They never take kindly to strangers. It's just how they were trained, but I never seen them act like this. Slim snouts brush against my side as the dogs investigate me further. Satisfied, they draw back, looking back at me expectantly. I kind of want to pet them. On a whim, I reach out to run my hand over the smarter one's silk coat. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. The dog rears back from my hand or from Patricia, panicked tone. I'm not sure. Sorry, they're a little unpredictable. They seem to like you, but I'd rather you keep your hand. The hounds crawled dutifully back to their spot, then nearly blend into the marble. Oh no, wonder they're like this. They haven't been their camellia cakes. She looked nervously from me to the two dogs still as statues. Wait here, Krista. It is probably best to keep your distance from them. I'll be right back with those cakes. Oh, that's so adorable. Dogs get cakes. Dessert. Portilla sweeps through a sliding panel in the wall, and I'm left alone in the hallway with the dogs. I feel the bigger one sniffles my side instantly. When I look down, it simply pulls back and stares. Then the smaller one is sniffing my other side, huffing samples of my scent all around, and it sits back on its haunch, watching me innocently. Cheeky. As I look into one's hanging eye, an unsettling sensation ripples through my body like a wave of fever. Aghast, I step back, gaze darting up and down the corridor. The voice was coming from the top of the stairs. I can only see so far into the hall gloom, but there's no one there. I nearly jump when I feel yanking on my garment. The dogs, their teeth are buried into my clothes, unrelenting as they drag me into the stairs. I trip up the first few steps and their tails start wagging. Hey! I try to wrench myself free, but the two dogs tug stubbornly. The dogs only let me go at the top of the stairs. The floor and the walls are frigid stone, and the air smells of ash. My head is spinning, and I hardly feel the chill in the air. Through my heart is hammering. I summon a weak glimmer of light in my palm. I look around for the dogs, but they're nowhere to be seen. Oh, okay. Those dogs are smart. Someone trained them well. And they drag me all the way up to the stairs. There's a door ahead, a pathway open. Inside is a deep darkness swallowing the feeble rays of light. Yes, I want to enter. Confirm. The magic in my palm shrinks to a flaunting glow. When I step through the door, coming from the hall is warm inside. The thick air has a strong peppery taste. A heavily canoped bed stretches midway across the room. I pass an extravagant suit of armor, a marble writing desk with a white peacock pen feather, all blanked in ash. My light flickers over a portrait on the wall, twice my height. Oh my god, is it a handsome Lucio? My dim light stretches up the canvas. Through his heart to see, I had no doubt of the painting subject. Count Lucio. He looks younger than I expected, or the portrait is old. Or perhaps the artist was creating it to his vanity. The red of his coat is the cardinal hole on the painting in the dimming room. The golden arm, a marvel of alchemy art. The fur hanging from his hanging shoulders look impossibly fine, and go on, touch it. My asthma of thick, scorching air pushes my hand towards the picture, but I feel nothing but ash and canvas. There is shrieking inside my head as the gaze settles over my mind. Nothing like the real thing, seeing unable to feel. Such sweet torture. Warmth like an amber radiant at the back of my neck. The magic in my palm reacts. It grows, stretching past my fingers and down my wrist. Ah, the strange sensation subsides and the voice grows fainter, even wistful. There is your energy. Oh, it's him. Could you be? The gaze vanishes from my mind. I reel back from the portrait. Something soft meets the back of my knee, and I fall through the folds of dusty velvet into the massive bed. Great palms of ash pitters around me, and my back hits the bed covers. This is Count Lucio's bed, right where he was murdered, incinerated. Then this fine ash in my eyes, in my nose and mouth, and all over me is what's left of him. I clap a hand over my mouth, smothering a scream as I struggle to stand. Going so soon, you're no fun. That voice echoes from every corner of the room and from within my mind. Who are you? The temperature drops, my hurried breath turning into the fine mist. I hear shifting in the fine ash and a weak cry unlike anything a human could make. Nobody at all. An unseen breeze moves past me, tickling the trim of the canopy towards the portrait. Now this specimen of a man, he was somebody. The voice trails off. The room feels normal once again. I scramble to my feet and make a break for the door. Breaking into a run, I continue down the hall, searching the vague darkness for any way out. The portrait on the wall watches me run with cold, aristocrat stares. Come back. Against all good sense, I stop and turn back. I only see it for a moment. A silhouette dark against the wall of a high window forced with smoke. Claws, horn, and hooves like onyx. The white face of a girl with red eyes fixed gleefully on me. I blink and it's gone. I hear clampering off to the side, the creak of a door, and then silence. By the time I stumble back to the stairs, disorientated, Portria looking around corners for me. There you are. She stares at the fine powdery ash coating me from head to toe. But why are you covered in ash? What did those naughty dogs do? She produced a plain white handkerchief and handed it to me. All I can muster is a dazed nod of thanks as I dust myself off. My mind feels fogged, struggling to make a sense of the shadows I saw, the whisper I heard. Patria takes me gently by the elbow, helping me, brushes off the last of the ash. You know, I'm just gonna leave these cakes right here. Let's go get you to bed. I follow at Patricia's heels until we arrive at our destination. Thankfully, it isn't much further. She swings open the door with a sweeping gesture. This will be your quarters, Crystal. You can put your things wherever you like, but if at sunrise, I'll wake you. My fatigue must be showing. I let my bag fall into the floor. Eyeing the smooth lightness, I shoulder with exhaustion. You look ready to drop. I'll leave you be. Sleep well, Crystal. Her voice trails off and she gently sets the door shut. And once I buried into the luxury sheets, it feels as though I'm weightless. Heart throbbing to the rhythm of Patricia's steady, ever-distant footsteps. Alpha falls, I sink to unconscious. And that is the end of that episode. Wow. So we learned a couple things today. So Nadia is an interesting queen. And it turns out that Julian is actually the murderer. That portrait, I'm not gonna lie, it was really unique. I'm like, wow, Count Lucio thought himself very godly. I love that portrait though. That was a good portrait. I wonder, I would love to actually hang it on my wall. But anyway, I do wonder on that goat. you guys saw, right? That ghost. He was in the portrait. What secrets does he know that we don't know? Oh my god, I honestly cannot wait for the next episode, but we'll have to end it here. Let me know in the comments what you guys think might happen. I have my suspicions of what it could be, and I'm just gonna blur it out. I think and I believe that the goat is Lucille. I'm not so sure how, but I'm like, if he thought himself Heidi, and he in the picture he interpreted himself as that is his character, then he has to be that mysterious goat that we saw in the room in which he died. Even though he said like, "Oh, I'm nobody." I mean, I'm thinking like maybe he doesn't even remember who he is. But that's my imagination idea that ran wild, and I kind of like it. I'm gonna stick to it. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video here now. Let me know if you guys like that. If you did, like and subscribe, and join me here next time with Crystal Clear. Bye now.